We have a small but significant pagan group here. Some of them are into Wicca, others into Druidism, and we have at least one Odinist here as well, who is into Nordic religions.
Welcome to our special place. Animal round, had a wander?
Yeah, we've had a wander, a nice short wander, introduced by the King.
King is king here. Mr. Singh has had a fantastic impact on what we've done here. I told you we've worked together previously at Huel. That's where I met Mr. Singh and realised the impact and the difference he can make on somewhere. And getting him to come here has been a bit of a coup for us.
Welcome to the chaplaincy and to our two worship spaces. The rationale behind the way we've set these up is to have both of the worship rooms as multi-faith spaces. Quite often when you come into a chaplaincy space, it's let's hide each other's faiths. It's about just sort of respecting that other people use the room.
Over here is where we conduct Muslim worship. Friday prayers in particular happens here. This is roughly the direction, I think, of Mecca. So the Imam leads prayers from here. Here we're standing in the Sikh worship area. The symbols on the wall represent the so-called 5 Ks of Sikhism, and above we have a wonderful image of the Golden Temple in Amritsar.
This is the whole aim, to show that yes, it's something as faithful friends we are doing to show equality is what's been happening here already.
I was going to say, having two faith groups back to back, especially when on the outside there's tension between the Muslims and the Sikhs, it's really good to see that.
It's fantastic, I think.
And it would be nice if then they can take that out into their community and sort of say, why are we like that? On both sides.
One of our key strategic priorities here is around the principle of normality. If we can make things inside prison as normal as it is on the outside, it makes it easier for the men to make that transition. That comes from the Mandela rules that Nelson Mandela wrote when he was in prison in South Africa. So, as you've been here, you've probably heard we don't talk about prisoners and we don't talk about cells. No. We talk about men and rooms because that's normal. So, trying to build on that, trying to find a way for the men to go, I will feel more comfortable being released from here. And what we want to do is make sure that when the men leave here, they've got a purpose and they've got a journey. And they won't be going out of the vehicle lot, they'll be going out of the pedestrian access, because they leave us as pedestrians and members of the community. So trying to change that and focus everybody on that it's about the men. So instead of waiting till the last day, 3-6 months before they're released, we'll start all the work around. Make sure they've got a doctor when they get released, make sure they've got somewhere to live, make sure they're going to be able to claim their benefits and things like that. There are a lot of positive things taking place in prisons. I look forward to seeing the outcome. Mr. Singh has sent me the videos. I love the first video where you went into the school.
Oh yeah.
And you all went in. That was fantastic. That was absolutely brilliant. But please, on your journeys, bear us in mind in the future.
Just straight to camera, what we'd like is your personal reflection in front of these gentlemen on working with Mr. Singh. You've got 25 seconds, go.
And cut. Sorry. Cut.